good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening for whenever you will be watching this video. My name is Ken Roberts, and today I will be going over the restaurant industry and its recent advancements in the recent years. I specifically chose the restaurant industry because I have worked in the restaurant industry in the past couple years. I've had three different jobs ranging from being a cook, doing management, and also working poolside for alcoholic beverages for individuals. So I'd say this is a very personal and relatable topic for me. Um, I also do have a lot of experience in one of the topics that I will be going over later in this presentation. That'll be food delivery. But in the post-lockdown era, due to COVID-19, we'd say restaurants have found major opportunities for growth, especially the small businesses. Now that they have access to commercial kitchens to rent out, there are a multitude of all-in-one point-of-sale systems, including but not limited to Clover, Toast, and Square for point-of-sale systems. But there's also one more thing that is very important for these small businesses to help bridge their gap between getting their products out to the consumers. Now, there's two big individuals on the right side of your screen now that have been big pioneers in bridging this gap. And to describe the gap, a lot of these small businesses, they're just heavily lacking in the amount of personnel available to perform tasks such as delivery and their day-to-day operations. They're also just missing resources such as hardware, for example, cars. Uh, there's also a matter of liability. These smaller businesses might not have the accessible money to provide liability insurance for these individuals to go out and perform delivery services. And there's also a matter of range. These small businesses aren't able to necessarily reach out beyond a 50-mile distance, just to throw out a number. So how do these smaller businesses bypass this? Well, we have our options here on the right side of the screen. We have a third-party delivery here. Thanks to it, we now eliminate the necessity for companies to have liability insurances for their employees, and we also eliminate the need for additional personnel to be able to perform these tasks, these day-to-day tasks. Yeah, third-party delivery also creates more revenue options for these companies, these businesses, as well as just another additional avenue for business exposure. Now they'll be able to consumers could just scroll on these third-party applications and see your business without you having to necessarily do anything extra, which also adds another layer of competition between these smaller businesses and these bigger name companies that you'll have easy access to see. But the most important thing we want to talk about now is COVID. Due to COVID, the lockdown, a lot of restaurants, big and small, they were now left with a decision as to how they wanted to go about their method of getting their product out to the consumer. A lot of options were either limiting the amount of people they had inside due to social distancing, so the capacity of these restaurants were severely reduced. But there was also the matter of these third-party services that we'll now be going over. So let's dive right into it. These third-party services, we're going to be highlighting two of the big ones here. We have Uber Eats, which was founded by Kalanick and Gary Kapp back in August of 2014. And back then, it wasn't necessarily they called it a risk, a business risk, adding on Uber Eats from Uber. But we can see now that in 2022 alone, they generated nearly $11 billion globally in revenue, and is now being used by over 130 million individuals in the US alone. In addition to DoorDash, which is even bigger than Uber Eats, that being a specialty service for only food delivery, that was founded by Tony Zhu, Andy Fang, and Stanley Tang in October 2012, this coming before Uber Eats. And in that same 2022 year, they generated over 6.5 billion just in food delivery and convenience delivery alone for that global revenue. And now it's being used by over 32 million people worldwide for that same year. We do have the graph here on the right for DoorDash's gross profit and revenue to match the numbers here. So now that we are past this post-lockdown era I was talking about originally, the companies were left with a decision, I was saying, to adapt for either the social distancing and the lower capacity in buildings. So at the end of the day, these people do need to eat, and thankfully to these platforms as well, they have opened up employment opportunities for individuals. But let's not I don't want to spend too much time talking about these third-party delivery services, because it's not as though they pioneered the path for delivery. We still did have smaller businesses and more national chains that did offer delivery. So with them already having that option available, isn't this the opportunity of a lifetime for them? And we'll be going over one company in specific, which will be Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza is the largest pizza brand in the world with over 20,500 stores worldwide. This was founded by Tom and James Monaghan back in 1960, so they've been around for, well, longer than I've been alive, at least. They had started in Ypsilanti, Michigan, and yes, I did need to confirm that this place, one, existed, and two, I needed to look up how that was pronounced. I left their core values here on this slide. I feel like it was at least two of these were very important, and I felt it added on to what I'm talking about here today. Those two being the create inspired solutions and to grow and win together. I say those two specifically just for how you'll see in the following slides Domino's went about their unique approach to improving the restaurant space. So for starters, we'll go over one of the biggest ones it seems that every restaurant has. We'll go over their rewards only program. The Piece of the Pie rewards, they just like every other rewards program, they include members only promotions, deals online, coupons to help lower the price, and incentivize individuals to get onto the app and sign up for these rewards programs. That also includes express checkout. Once you create your account, you can save an order and you have it for easy access, which is definitely going to be one of the very important part of the following ordering methods that we'll be going over quick with Domino's. Here in this graphic, I do have the method, or the primary method of you getting your rewards program. Every order you get 10 points, and then after you get enough points, you'll get free pizza. So let's move on to what I was talking about with that express checkout and saved orders. So their ordering mechanics and enhancements, they had quite a few. I didn't want to cover the screen up with too much information, so I have some personal highlights here. 2 years ago, back when Stranger Things was being aired, super popular, Domino's and them did a collaboration called Mind Ordering, where you could either, if you didn't have a Domino's account, you could do the Mind Ordering. It was just like a test run, and it wasn't entirely accurate. But if you did have an account and you had an order saved through your profile, they would, quote unquote, read your mind and put your saved order in and say, oh, we We got you. We got you. Another one which has been updated. I wanted to talk about the Domino's Anywhere service. The in the image on the right, they did remove a couple of those, but I wanted to leave that specific image up just to show the realm that Domino's was going after in terms of making it that easy to talk about. The only options that they have available now would be your Google Home. They have Apple CarPlay, and then they have your smartwatch still available. But at one point, you were able to tweet out your pizza order, and it would be ordered and delivered to your house, which I think is awesome. Um, Moving on from the first half of the process, which is ordering, we'll now be moving on to delivery enhancements. So, in addition to the traditional delivery, they bring it, knock on your door, ring your doorbell, and they hand you the pizza face to face. They now have contactless delivery, where they will there's a cardboard pad that they'll place underneath your order, and they'll leave it by your doorstep, ring the bell, and then stand 6 feet away to match the social distancing policies at the time. And while now in current day, they still do have the no contact delivery and have the social distancing rule in place. It's a lot less enforced. It's more just now a method of people who don't want to interact, and I'm one of those people, before I say that, to get their delivery with less talking, less socialization. Another method they have here is their driverless cars on the right, the Neuro collaboration they did. That is only available in Houston in 3 locations there, but that is a pretty cool method now to for innovation with current technology for self-driving cars to get your order to the customer, and it doesn't require any additional personnel. They have, to my knowledge, over 250 of those newer vehicles. And last but not least, the electric vehicle fleet. They have the DXP service here in the bottom left. They had a contract with Chevy. They had purchased over 2,400 Chevy Volts, one of their newer electric vehicles, and they have placed those across the country. We have 9 here in Georgia. I have not seen one. They do not have one at the Domino's location that I typically order from, but I hope one day I'll just conveniently see one of those. I know they have over 110, to my knowledge, in their home state of Michigan. Now, to conclude this, the restaurant industry has seen major advancements in recent decades. We have, once again, to go over, we have the third-party delivery service, Uber Eats and DoorDash, thanks to those founders, Cal and Nick, once again, for Uber co-founder, and Tony Zhu, just to name only a few of their names. And in addition to those all-in-one point-of-sale services, Clove, Square, and Toast, thanks to them, that allows these smaller businesses to have easier access to these management functions that they need to run their businesses. It also enables them to be a lot more mobile and assist with their revenue gaining. I know there's a lot of business parks or business buildings that offer like rental space for multiple businesses. A lot of these smaller businesses will go there, rent out a spot to sell their products, and that's a really good method of just advertisement and promotions for them. And then last but not least, the commercial kitchens that help them out. Do a lot of those rental space, giving them access to do what they need to do to be able to, once again, go out to these business parks or rental spaces and sell their products. Also want to add on one more time, it's not marked up on here, but Domino's and their methods of getting their pizza to the customer, their products, and their many unique ways that they've gone over. Just to bring back the delivery and to take advantage of the opportunity with the lockdown. But that is all from me. I have my works cited on the following pages, and thank you for watching.